I think I have the window seat.
You better double check that, my friend. Don't think we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not it. You're that State Farm discount double check guy. Discount double check. Thanks to the hundreds you saved us, we could upgrade the grill class.
Grill class?
Your tongs are in your seat back.
Save with the discount double check today.
Discount double check.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
That Willie's it. Welcome back to The Rush. As always, I'm Danny Frey. It's homecoming week, hence the toga. And on this episode, we have highlights from last Friday night's football game at Lincoln, as well as the soccer team's non-conference matchup against Morton. We have the scoreboard for that one. The volleyball team went on the road to Southeast, and the girls golf team teed off last Monday night at Piper Glen. So other than those in-depth highlights, The Rush has exclusive features and stats. So before DJ Bando gets his crunk on at homecoming, let's get the show underway. The 3-0 Glenwood Titans traveled up north a little ways to battle the struggling 0-3 Lincoln Railers. Here's the guest anchors, Titans senior running back and defensive end, Tyler DeRozier. Thanks for coming on, Tyler.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Now, you were out 2 weeks. You had a slight ACL knee problem. Came back after staying out 2 weeks. You did that and meet the Titans. And now you're back, but you're not just back, but you're really contributing to the team, as we'll see in these highlights.
Oh, yeah. It's wonderful to be back. I'm so thankful to be back to playing with my teammates and everything.
It's just that brotherhood with the guys,
yeah,
right?
To say the least. It's great.
Well, let's take a look at the brotherhood of the Titans taking on the Lincoln Railers. Let's take a look at the highlights. Guys, start off a solid kick return here from Josh Talley. Got you guys some great field position early. He just slipped up here, though.
Yeah, he was a stud, but should have stayed on his feet a little longer.
But you know what? Still great field position, and just like that, just a couple minutes in the game, 3-yard touchdown pass to Daniel Helm, and the Titans were already up 7-0.
It's easy with players like Daniel Helm to make quick plays like that.
And another quick guy, Aaron Merrifield here, touchdown run of, I believe, about 34 yards. Talk about his running, a junior's improvement.
He's a really good track runner, so there's a big difference between football and track running. So
right there, you wrestled down the quarterback, Austin Cruz. How did it feel taking down him?
It's always good to get a sack, man.
You just ripped him down to the ground. You had yourself a great game. Well, everybody didn't. They only played the first half. And Benidas, he's really improved. They're stepping out of the pocket, and he finds Daniel Helm for a 43-yard touchdown pass. Him and Daniel really started to get a connection lately.
Well, I mean, Daniel's a smart guy. Matt's a very smart kid. So, I mean, just they go together real easy. Titans
led 28-0 at halftime. Watch number 30, Cody Johnston there. A big bone-crushing hit right there. Talk about he's improved. He's a senior safety. Oh, yeah. He's always been a great safety. He's a big hitter as well. And here, Daniel Helm out of the backfield. Is that a new play for you guys? 14-yard TD run. Daniel can do anything. You just tell him what to do and he'll do it. And right there's a 14-yard touchdown run to put the Titans up in the 30s. And here, Damian Blake just bursts up the middle, makes a cut, 78 yards. He's one of those running backs you guys can just throw back there and they score. We got a lot of them. Be ready for a lot of them. There's going to be a lot more highlights from you guys. That put the Titans up 48-0. They led at half. They end up winning 54-7. Benidas 5 for 7, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Damian Blake had 124 rushing yards and a touchdown. But you guys are up 4-0, but you're trying to prove some people wrong. Some of the guys doubting your talent level, especially losing all the guys from offensive line last year and everything. You guys are a little underestimated. How are you guys trying to go against that? Well, you just embrace it. Catch teams off guard and hit them in the mouth early. And you guys have been able to do that for the most part, whether it be turnovers or running the ball, as the Titans have done pretty much since Coach Rourke has gone. They've been a running smash mouth type of team. Now, talk about you guys' new defensive scheme here. You guys got a new defensive mentality going from a little passive last year, where now you're going as a more of attack mode. I imagine a guy like you likes that. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love getting back there in the backfield and sacking some quarterbacks and get some tackles for loss. It's way different.
way different than last year, and we're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of, you're almost like a hybrid for the defensive end and linebacker position, and same thing with Daniel Helm at linebacker and safety. You guys adjusting those roles?
Oh yeah, we're doing pretty good. I mean, we're trying to have, have two, one guy on the other side and one guy on the opposite side, and it's been working out great for us.
Yeah, I mean, that should definitely help against a team that really spreads the ball out like Rochester here in a couple of weeks.
Yes, and we'll be more than ready for that game.
That's a home game. But talk about this home game, the homecoming game. It's your final homecoming game.
Yeah.
How pumped are you for it? Are you excited,
I'm excited. It came by fast. I'm sure you're thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
Already
I'm pumped to get out there and, get a win.
Yeah, and that win hopefully will come against a team like Southeast. You guys were able to shut them down last year at Southeast.
They have a lot of talent, and we got to respect that. And if we respect that, I think it'll all take care of itself.
They hung with Jacksonville last week. They were up 15-14 in the third quarter, ended up losing 29-15.
Yeah, and we have to take that into consideration, and they have some talent, so we have to be smart and play them respectively.
Some quick guys on that Southeast Spartan team.
For sure.
All right, Tyler, thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
And good luck in the game tonight. Glenwood's homecoming game is tonight. At home, of course, with kickoff after the pregame festivities around 7 o'clock. This past Thursday, the Glenwood Soccer Titans were shut out by Normal Community 2-0. They looked to rebound this past Saturday at home against the Morden Potters. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Glenwood cruises 5-1. Big rebound game for them. Brock Tober of 4 goals. John Schroll, the senior, with a goal and an assist. The Titans Soccer Invite starts tonight at 4:30 when the Titans take on Highland Park. Glenwood also plays tomorrow at 10 and 2. All games will be played at the GHS soccer fields. The boys and girls cross-country teams traveled up to the fast and flat course of Detweiler Park in Peoria for the Peoria Notre Dame Invite. Let's see the boys' results here first. The boys, they're running more of the pack, running in a group. Landon Skelly cracks the top 50 with a time of 15:26. Grant Kaiser cracks the top 196 with a time of 15:50. And now take a look at the girls' side of things. Demi Dixon, the freshman, ends up finishing 94th there with a solid time of 18:52. As a team, the boys finished 24 and the 24th, and the girls placed 33rd out of over 60 teams. The next cross-country meet is Saturday at Lincoln Park at 9:45. Now let's take our first commercial break of the show. When we return, we'll have highlights of volleyball and girls golf. Stay tuned. That Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top Walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, That Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot.
Get
Get out of here.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
The Lady Titans volleyball team has gotten help from underclassmen as well as senior leadership this season. Here now as a guest anchor is Glenwood senior volleyball player Hannah Phillips. Hannah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you guys have been in a lot of close games. You guys have played everybody tough, but a lot of tough losses. How have you guys been able to push through that?
Well, you know, there's really tough losses, but we're pulling together and we're making it better. And I feel like towards the end of the season, we're really going to pull out these big wins.
You guys are starting to hit towards that stretch here. And Tuesday night, you guys took on the Southeast Spartans. Let's take a look at the highlights over there on the southeast part of town against the Southeast Spartans. And now pick up the action in the second game. Glenwood won the first game 25-15. Allison Long serves. Southeast saves it here, but Cassidy Shee's going to tap it over. And she's a bigger player that allows her to tap it over there easier, right, Hannah?
Definitely. They're not too.
I mean, she's been able to be one of those senior leaders as well with yourself.
Definitely. I mean, we have a lot of seniors this year, so it's been easy to put the ball down and be aggressive.
This save by Sadie Stone. She's one of the key juniors for the Titans, up there in the kill column for the Titans. And Southeast returns it into the net, though. Glenwood ends up with the point. You guys were able to pick up on those Southeast mistakes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They had a lot of free balls, which were easy to put down.
And now what's a free ball? Just kind of roaming around there? That one actually goes down for a Southeast.
Yeah, when they just pass it over the net. Like on this play right here, they're just going to pass it over the net. That's called a free ball. And it's easy to receive and easy to put down a kill.
Southeast seemed to do that a lot. That's why you guys had a lot of opportunities to end up taking this game the way you did. That one block, talk about, that's Lade, Denny Tosi's sister, really has been stepping up as a junior.
She's definitely stepped up. She has great height and she can put the ball down easily, so she's been a great asset.
And right here, you go to just kind of swoop in to tap it over, but eventually this one you're blocked, but blocked in the net, you guys end up picking up the point.
Yeah.
And the guys end up taking the game pretty easily, 25-13 in the second set. One correction there. You had 7 kills and 4 aces. Allison Long with 10 digs in there. Here's Tosi
Throughout
Denny.
the season, we've had to pick it up and become more confident in each other and play as a team. And I feel like when we do that, it works well. My team has picked it up. They've been awesome for all that I can't do, but I feel like I'm getting so much better, and I should be back to full time in no time. So we're doing great.
So Hannah, Tosi and Coach Trower have really stressed mental toughness. It's been a key point this year for you guys being in such all those close games. Can you kind of elaborate on that? You guys been able to work together?
Well, at a lot of the games at the very end, we are almost there. We're almost winning, but we haven't gotten quite enough strength and power and toughness to pull out the win. And so that's been a key point to really practice mental toughness so we can push through on the end and get a win.
Now, how are you guys planning just to really put everything together here? Is it just sort of those little things, handling those free balls?
It is the little things. It's the mental toughness, definitely. It's like the heart that knowing we can win and just to be aggressive and put the ball down.
And just be able to execute in time of need for you guys.
Yes.
Well, Hannah, thanks for coming on, and good luck throughout the season.
All right,
and
thanks
over
for
the
having
weekend.
me.
The Lady Titans head to Decatur tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the Decatur Volleyball Tournament. Now it's time to head to the greens of Piper Glen Golf Course, where last Monday night the Glenwood girls golf team faced off against Auburn, SHG, and Lincoln. Let's take a look at the highlights. We start with Allison Marshall. She tees off and ends up scoring a 58 for the Titans. Here she attempts to land it on the green, but it ends up shifting to the left. And here out of the bunker, that's usually where I'm ending up playing golf. So close on the putt here, but misses a little to the right. Here's her second try for bogey. Gracie McCall, a Glenwood junior, tees off. She also scored a 50. Actually, all 4 Glenwood Titans scored 58, all the 4 that would be scored after 9 holes on the course. From the fringe here, she lands the ball by the cup, and that sets up an easy tap-in for Gracie McCall. Now let's go to Caitlin Brown teeing off. Here she is a sister of Tyler Brown, Titans a football star. She also ended up with a 48, trying to get out of the rough, and this long putt ends up a little short, sort of describing the girls' golf day, and she ends up tapping it in though, and the Glenwood girls end up finishing last out of 4 teams with a score of 234. Low score win, Sacred Heart Griffin girls win with a score of 178. The Lady Titans, they travel up tomorrow to Pekin tomorrow for the Lady Dragon Golf Classic at 8:30 a.m. The girls' varsity tennis team hosted their annual Titan Invite over the weekend. Let's take a quick look at the results right now. Titans end up winning this 8-team field. They had a combined score of 22. Jacksonville's up in 4th, 11th, QND 6 behind the Titans with a score of 16. Rachel Oden and Lexi Weekly swept their singles matches, which propelled the Titans to a win in that 8-team field. The next girls' tennis match is Monday here at GHS at 4:15 against Rochester. The Rush's pick'em expert, Aric Burklow, had a rough week last week going 2-4, but he looks to head back above the 500 percentage this week. Let's take a look.
Hello, welcome to my week full of picks. Let's start the grip off with my first game in Chicago at Detroit. I think Detroit will win. They have a lot of momentum from that Washington game. I think it'll be close, but Matt Stafford will have a big day on that 24th ranked pass defense, and I think Chicago will get their first loss. Our next game is the Giants at Chiefs. The Giants have some major issues right now, and Kansas City's on the flip side of that. They're 3-0, and they have a lot of rest. They've had 10 days off. Then they're at home. It's a tough place to win at Arrowhead, so I think the Chiefs will win. Seattle at Houston. This could be a Super Bowl preview. I think Seattle will win. It will be a close game. Houston did not look really good at Baltimore, so I think it'll take its toll on them, so that's why I got Seattle. My next game is New England at Atlanta. New England's offense is starting to click. Rob Gronkowski will be back. Their defense has been really good, excellent lately, and they have the 6th best pass defense. My next game is Miami at New Orleans. I think New Orleans will win. Their offense is playing well. I think that 4th-ranked pass defense will make Ryan Tannehill into bad decisions, and they look really good against Arizona. I think Miami will suffer their first loss. They just came off a crazy game against the Falcons. My next game is Philly at Denver. I got Denver winning. Peyton Manning's on a roll. I think it'll continue on that Philly secondary that's been one of the worst in the NFL. Denver's looked really good in the last 3 weeks. Philadelphia on their hand, no, and I think that's why they'll win.
Now let's take our final commercial break of the day. We'll be right back with the top 3 in weekly debate with Mason Kaler and Jarrett Sepich.
Kids, breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
Alright, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Well, Mr. Raji, we could save you hundreds by doing a discount double check.
Not you too, Raji. You're on my team. You know that's my move.
The discount double check?
No, it's my touchdown dance, man.
Here we go again. Sir, you're not even doing it right. Raji, drop it.
Show me what you got, Raji.
What is this?
Come on now. You said you were a dancer.
Where are you going, buddy? Come on back.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Welcome back to The Rush here. I'm Aric Burklow here with the top 3 plays at Glenwood Sports Center. Let's start the countdown with play number 3. It takes us to the football game, 5-9 Lincoln. In the second quarter, as Damian Blake turned on the Jets for a 78-yard touchdown run to put Titans 48-0 at that point. Moving on to play number 2, it's back to Lincoln where senior safety Cody Johnson delivers a bone-crushing hit as the Titans roughed up Lincoln all day as they cruised to a 54-7 win. And the top play of Titan Sports this week is from the pep rally where the Rush's very own director CJ Cumming was a part of the Guy Girl dance. Now let's send it back to Danny for the weekly debate.
I don't know if he's done yet. CJ dropping that dun-dun-dun right there. Oh, man, that's precious. Okay, back here on the debate set here with 2 fellow seniors here, Mason Kaler and Jarrett Sepich. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Mason here, like your toga.
Oh,
like the red. I was thinking about red for a little while. This is, I went the classic route. Football players, you know, got to sport their jerseys on Friday, though. I get
understandable.
That. Someone still signed your arm, though. Right. Shout out to Allison Richards right there signing your arm. Let's start this debate right now before we get into toga talk. That's another segment of the show. Which NFL team has surprised you so far this season? You know, good or bad? A lot of surprises. Mason, we'll start down with you and we'll slide on down to Jarrett.
To me, I think the Steelers have surprised me, Danny. They started last season, they were 8-8, and now they're 0-3 to start the season this year. Kind kind of just surprising me with Ben Roethlisberger being able to throw the ball so well and have his receivers.
All he can really do is just chuck it downfield. That's about all he can do, essentially. And their receivers, their receiver Emmanuel Sanders had a great catch against the Bears the other night. You know, the Bears tried their best to choke that one off, but they didn't. You know, but Seth, let's go down to you. What's your surprise? You're a Patriots fan.
That I am, but I'd have to say the Kansas City Chiefs, from a pretty rough year last year, 2-14, to now where they are now.
They're 3-0, and it's Andy Reid coming from the Philadelphia Eagles. Really,
he's doing some good things there.
And I think Aric, I forget who they play, but Aric picked them to win. And you know, and they're just a really solid. You know, Andy Reid sort of brings that sort of swagger to that team, so that they didn't have before. I mean, I know you don't think swag when you see Andy Reid, but that's kind of what he brings. But my 49ers are 1-2. Colin Kaepernick, he had a good. Well, actually, I should take that back. They beat Bandy's Rams last night, so they're 2-2. So, he sort of lacking that firepower, but he's starting to get back. He's starting to get back after the Seahawks kind of crushed him.
I think Kaepernick's underrated, to be honest with you, in my mind.
See, now most people think the Seahawks should be the way they are right now at NFL 3-0. But you know what? I thought they were going to have sort of Russell Wilson have a sophomore slump, but they really haven't. They've been rolling.
He's really proved a lot of people wrong with his NFL career. A lot of people think
He's just seriously coming out of NC State. No one really surprised that. Well, let's take a trip in memory lane right now. Let's go for us best childhood sports memory and why. And let's start out with Mason, and Jarrett will get your thoughts.
Good.
But if you remember, and you can just kind of take it back to whatever.
All right.
Bandy, any childhood sports for you? No?
No.
You're good?
Get hit in the head by a football.
Get hit in the head with a football?
So then you quit. Right.
So then you gave up. All right. But what do you reminisce on, back in the good old days?
Well,
I figure we bring that up since we're seniors right now.
We might as well. I mean, that's just how
There's the connection, Bandy.
There it is.
Well, to me, my 8th grade year in wrestling was my kind of highlight. Kind of led the team with 26 pins with 27 wins. So almost all my wins were pins, and I ended up making it to state that year, but ended up choking in the first round, which is.
But you're still at it though with wrestling.
Oh yeah,
because some of us, I go back to 7th grade cross country wise, I peaked. I got a medal in the you have the varsity race, and then you have the JV race, and then you have the Open of the Open.
Oh, so that was you.
That was me.
I got you.
And I was able to crack the top 10 in the worst of the worst. So I was able to take that. Jarrett, anything you go back on any CCFL? Because I'm currently announcing them. Those kids are cute.
Yeah, great kids. I never played in CCFL. I lived back in New Berlin, so I played JFL there. And,
with the pretzels.
Oh yeah.
What do they call you? The mini pretzels there?
Now you're eating pretzels.
Yeah.
Hey, man, those things are good. But I'd have to say 5th grade year we went undefeated in our defense that year. Only allowed 21 points, so it was a pretty fun year.
Yeah. No, but I'll say my brother's team is just crushing teams right now. I think they've averaged 36 points a game or something like that.
An upcoming star?
He blocks. He blocks.
Hey,
we
need blockers.
You know how you usually have one main running back, and they just tuck it off to Jason, and he goes.
There it is.
He goes down. But they have great coaching. Coach Lannon is one of the coaches.
Is he?
Wide receiver coach. Yes, his son's a great quarterback there, Luke Lannon.
That's interesting.
Shout out.
So there's a quick, look back, and of course I think everybody's about played soccer when they were little. Do you think that's right? Just about.
I quit after the first
I played soccer for 1 year.
Like kindergarten, but
running around.
I just sat around and picked dandelions.
That's a good. Hey, me too. That's a good beginner sport. Okay, this actual question here. This is actually going on a more serious note. Is the NCAA, correct in retracting its original penalties against Penn State? Of course, after the Jerry Sandusky scandal, did they have it right the first time, or did they end up overreacting when they did it the first time with all those stiff penalties?
I think they overreacted the first time, to be honest. What Jerry Sandusky did was obviously wrong, but I don't think you need to punish the whole university for that, because there's still kids out there, high school kids, seniors like us, that are looking for those scholarships and ways to get their education in college and play football.
And why should those kids looking to play football, and if they already previously, wanted to play at Penn State for, the history, obviously not with Jerry Sandusky, but for the pageantry that is still somewhat there at Penn State, why should they be penalized for that, especially with new head coach Bill O'Brien coming in? And he did a great job. I think they went 10-5 last year when they really should have been probably struggling more with all those penalties. Jared, what's your take on what they had?
I think they did overreact in a way. It was truly unspeakable what Jerry Sandusky did to those people. But there's so many opportunities that would have been taken away if they continued to go on with what they did to him.
Yeah, and it just, you get it to a point, obviously Jerry Sandusky got, punished, he's in prison. I think that's about what you could do there, and that just withered away at the late Joe Paterno. That's what I think I think he may have lived a little longer if that scandal didn't end up breaking. I'm serious. Because I think that scandal actually kind of, and withered away at him.
That.
But I mean, I think the NCAA just sort of had a typical knee-jerk reaction and sort of just went right to it.
Very serious.
And I'm glad they're bringing back the scholarships. I saw online that this year I think they're only getting about 8, but then next year is 25, and then the year after that they get 80. So they're slowly bringing back the scholarships. In the next 2 years, quite tremendously, they're bumping them up.
But that's just been a great job that Bill O'Brien's been able to do with it. Jarrett, what do you feel about the game tonight against Southeast? It's your final. I asked Tyler Garone earlier. It's your final homecoming game. Mason, you played last year, decided to take that up for a camera this year. You're leading the yearbook people over there. And Jared, how do you feel about tonight against Southeast?
Homecoming's always a great time. Us players, we love it, and coaches.
And the crowd really gets it.
Oh yeah, the crowd loves it. It's a great time. We're just gonna go out there and do what we can do. We're gonna try hard, and the rest will take care of itself, hopefully.
Yeah,
come out with a win.
Yeah, Southeast, is a team. They got a little something. That they'll bring.
Definitely need to respect them.
We can't be stopped.
Honestly, that defense hasn't been stopped. That defense hasn't been stopped this year.
I know.
Oh yeah, they're doing good.
I give Forrest Sexton a bunch of crap for it, but honestly, our defense has not been stopped yet this year, and I'd like to see that continue.
Oh yeah.
Pull a Bart Scott. Can't wait for tonight. All right, that's it for this episode of The Rush. It's all over. Have a fun and safe homecoming weekend. We hope to see you tonight at the homecoming game against Southeast, kicking off around 7. That's it. We gone. Woo! All right.